following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey everyone, and welcome to 50 Shades of Bullshit. I'm your host, Christine Lalonde, and this is the podcast where we uncover the truth about online dating. Now let's begin. Hey everyone, I'm Christine.
I'm Jada.
And this is 50 Shades of Bullshit. Hey, hi. Each week is its own fucking shade.
Each week.
Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm fine. Did you say you're in Philadelphia right now?
I am. I've been here for pretty much the week. So I had like client meetings and I didn't have a ton to do today. So I thought I was going to see the city. I'm here so much, but I never get to explore it. Nice. And I'm like wandering outside and I'm like, oh my God, I have a podcast in 30 minutes. So I was running, didn't get to change, but hello.
I never change. Nobody knows that I'm naked under all this.
How are you? I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. I haven't really talked to you this week. How are you coping?
Okay. I think I'm doing okay. I mean, in the last 6 years, I've lost 5 very important people in my life. For the listeners, I have a cousin, Jerry, who was like my brother to me, and we grew up very close. Same with his other 2 brothers, and he left us this week, and it was sad circumstances. He was in the Gulf War. And he saw a lot as a Marine. And I'm sorry for anybody who feels that this country cares about its vets. You're going to hear that I believe they do not. He was in pain more than half of his life, not only physical, but mental and emotional. He had PTSD and he went through a lot, and he couldn't handle it anymore. Unfortunately, we lost him. So, I'm sad that he's not here. I am grateful that he's no longer in pain. And I do know, in my own beliefs where he goes. And because of that, I feel comforted that he's with our grandmothers and my mom and, his brother, his oldest brother, who's a year older than me. He died like 8 years ago in a car accident as a police officer. He did not have a seatbelt on and he had a car accident. So I feel for my aunt and my other cousins who, it's heartbreaking, but I'm living with it. I do okay with death. Now in the past, not so much, but I know that they're more with us now. Just speaking about him, I feel like you
feel his energy and his presence. Yeah.
And I just, he knows we all love him. And that's, where I am. So I'm okay. I took Tuesday off and I clean my house for 2 reasons. One,
okay. Yes.
When I'm pissed off, I will get through this house and it'll be spotless. And then I'm fine. I'm not pissed off anymore.
Okay.
And or grief, because so my house only gets cleaned once in a while.
Every several years.
No, I do clean my house more than that, but it feels like I never have time to do it, Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway. Well, you've been in my thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a wild week. I am very excited about today's show.
Me too.
We are having a guest come back from a previous show a few months ago. I thought I screenshotted her. Oh, I did not. Diana Durrell was here a few weeks ago. And I believe, see, here I am, with no memory. I believe it was on the parental alienation. Isn't that when we? Okay.
Yep.
And so now Diana is back with us again this week. But we are doing oracle readings, and I love oracle readings,
Yes, thank
something
God.
something other than love could come through, but I'm interested to know always what's going to happen for me in my love life. I'm sure you are. I'm sure Rebel is. Typically we have guests come on and have a reading too, but today we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to have her do Rebel and you and I, and then we're going to open it to any of the listeners that are joining us live at the chat room. So we'll go from there. I don't know what is going on with my computer here right now. Anastasia says, sorry for your loss. Thank you, sweetie. I really appreciate that. So did Country Corners Gazette. Sorry, things happen that way. You know what? A lot of people have a bad connotation about unaliving themselves. This is the thing. I really think that we all come here for a certain time, and some people leave sooner than others. And I think it takes a lot of pain, sorrow, and strength to do what my cousin did. And I know that those of us who are left behind always say things like, but why didn't he think of us? It's not about us. It's about them. And, I never judge on that. I say that, we're adults. We have our choices in life, and he chose his, and that's just the way it is. So thank you, everyone. And Mickey said they're sorry too. I'm sorry. So thank you. Let me tell you about Diana for those who don't remember her. She's a badass biatch. She's amazing. Diana Durrell is a woman's empowerment leader, healer, and modern day medicine woman. She really is. I'm amazed by her. She helps successful women create intimate, loving relationships while maintaining healthy boundaries and spiritual balance. She is the best-selling co-author of Dating Mirror, Trust Again, Love Again, and it's on Amazon. So if you need to go find that on Amazon. She can be found on Instagram and her website, which we will scroll as we go today. Let's bring on Diana and thank her for joining us.
Hello. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to be back here. I love you guys so much.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. We love you too. I'm going to
love you.
My air conditioning is broken in my house.
Oh,
I think
no.
not turning on.
Oh my goodness.
Calls while we talk.
Oh no.
Well, I am thrilled to do these readings. And for anybody that's listening, that's like, what is a reading? How does this all work? Like, I actually will use my intuition and also some amazing oracle cards to pull a message for you and really see what's going on for you right now. What do you need to hear? And if you would like to ask me a question, the best way to phrase it is, what's the energy around my love life? Or what's the energy around my situation at work? You want to leave it fairly open versus like, is this the year I'm going to get married? Like that doesn't really give you too much information there. And then if we could stick to questions about like whoever's asking, right? And like, even if you ask about like your son or your boss, I'm going to redirect it in a way that's like, what do you need to hear to assist in this situation?
I love that.
Yeah. So feel free to pop them into the comments section in the chat if you don't feel comfortable calling in. But we are going to do readings for both of the lovely hostesses. And I think we have somebody already, right?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is, Christine, first of all, Diana, you need to make
I got to stop you for 2 seconds. My my laptop is about to die, so I have to go move to the bed. So I'm going to turn my
Sure,
camera
sure.
off.
You're fine.
But I'm
You're fine.
listening.
You're fine. So, what we're going to start with is first, Diana, make sure that you put in our chat area your information. Great. Second, we're going to start with Rebel. Our engineer producer was, going to have her reading done the last time we did this, and we ran out of time. So, what we're going to do is start with Rebel. And then I'll have you do Jada and I, and then we will then bring up any questions from any of the listeners who are on our chat who would like to ask any questions. And thank you, Charles. I appreciate you saying that you're sorry to hear about my loss. I appreciate that. So now, there you are. So we're going to start with Rebel.
Rebel. First off, I love the name. I'm like, bring on Rebel.
Oh,
I
thank
know,
you.
right?
Hi, Rebel.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm definitely good.
Awesome. Did you have a particular question you wanted to ask, or just a general reading today?
How about just a general reading? That would work. Well, wait, I
Okay.
do have one question.
Go ahead.
I kind of heard a little thing about you have your own deck of cards that are out.
I do.
And where can I get those?
So we actually just, I shared it with the engineer, and you can get it on my website.
Okay, so
So-
Rebel is our engineer, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, you have the link right there where it says get my Oracle deck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of
So
course.
Rebel's going to scroll that for us as we go through the show. Anybody who misses it during the scroll, I will also add it to, I'm going to take a shot of it here, screenshot of it. I will add that to our information when I go to post it for any of our streaming networks that we are on. When you listen to podcasts, you will see us there, and I'll have that information. So,
And for
It's-
those listening on radio, it's thedancinggoddess.com.
yes. Now,
Did I
can
say
they
that
get your
correctly?
cards from there as well?
Yeah, so if they go to work with me, they'll see the little thing that says Oracle deck, but I've posted
Okay,
the specific Oracle deck link too, just in case.
Okay. The specific one for anyone who's listening is Diana Dorell, Diana, and the DORELL. And it's .my.canva.site, and then / and it has free 5-day course.
Oh, that's a second.
And
That's a free offer. Yep.
Yep, she's doing a free offer. And then there's also the dianadorell.com/soul-mate-optin, OPTIN/. So there you go. So
All right.
here
So
we
let's
go.
get
We're gonna
back
start
to
with
Rebel. Okay, so the first card that came up was our all-time favorite, Boundaries. And the message it says is, it's okay to choose you, boo. So the message here is like, you may have gone through a period, I'm seeing the last like 3 to 6 months, where you've been presented with a lot of options, and you may feel like, which way do I go? Like, is it okay to just like say no to a lot of this? And really, it's saying like, you are at the center of your life. Like, you get to say no, you get to say yes ultimately. And it's okay to let people go or let things go that weigh on your energy. So this is just kind of like your overall message is like, it's safe to like be in your power, set those boundaries, because ultimately like what you want, like this is you, this is the tree, like you're beautiful and you deserve to be surrounded by things that are organized and loving and supportive. And then 2 other ones fell out of the deck, which I love when that happens.
Me too.
Happiness is in your hands. And it says, you can choose to be happy now. Now, when I look at this for you specifically, what I get is like the balloons are super light. you may let some balloons go, but don't despair, right? Because they're going to go where they need to go, and at any time you can get more balloons. So keeping things light in your life is going to yield more joy, and this is just remembering that no matter what has happened to you in the past, right? Like there's going to be more joy coming, but it's all like what you make of it. And then the last card is you are enough, woman on top of the world. So there's this positive outcome coming for you. Like this is saying like, what do you want? This is the time to declare it, express it, look at where you've been settling for less than you deserve, and really just receive with grace. You don't need to do anything to like be enough. You already are enough.
Oh,
I want to say this is spot on, ladies and
Really?
gentlemen. Yes, Diana does not know me at all, and
no.
this reading is spot on. When you say that, okay, I have been contemplating. I've had a lot on my plate lately, and I have had to let things go. Letting go some of those balloons, and I thought that maybe it was, it was hard to make these choices, but I think it's narrowing the path on what I'm supposed to do, because I had so many directions to go in, and it was like, okay, wait a minute, this is actually being a burden on me instead of a joyful path. And you are spot on. Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you so
that.
much for that.
Yes, of course. My pleasure. Lots of good things. And, oftentimes we all sometimes feel like, what if I'm making the wrong decision? What if I don't say yes to all these opportunities? What if I'm missing out? And your soul knows what is going to be a drain on your energy and what is going to be energizing. And you have to trust that. Like, your intuition is on point, Rebel. So like, even if it doesn't logically make sense, or people around you are like, are you crazy to turn that down? But everything in your body is like, thank God I don't have to do that. Like, listen to that voice, because like, this is you. There's more than enough. And there's always something else. If it's like, if you say no and you're like, I should have said yes, then something else comes anyway. So you can't fuck up your fate.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God. I think I might have t-shirts made that says you can't fuck up your face. I'm going to write that the fuck down. I'm writing it down. That's awesome. That's actually a really good reading. Country Corners Gazette said this is fun. It is. This is why we do this quite often on this show, because I love it. You want to do a reading for Jada?
Sure. So Jada, did you have a particular question? Oh, I think you're muted, Jada.
Now that I'm on the bed, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. Let's see. What is my question? So many. Let's talk about my love life, because I've chosen to take the year to not date, just because I want to focus on my business, and I definitely want to be more intentional with dating. So I feel that I could be ready, but I don't know. What does it look like for me? I don't know.
Okay, so even without shuffling the deck, I'm getting stuff, but I'm still going to pull cards for you. So this has been happening all day. I'm like, I don't really need the cards, but they're pretty and they help kind of bring the message home. So, okay, the first thing I got when you were talking is like, that's when you meet the person, is when you really have just said, no, like, I'm not focusing on that. And you're going to meet a man later this year that's from a different culture than you, possibly a different country, sorry. And it's gonna be kind of like a choice point where you're like, I don't know if I want to commit to this. Like, it's going to require a lot of changes, but don't think so far ahead. Like, just stay in the moment. Okay. You have all the tools, and let him show you who he is. Because I see there's like multiple options here. And by the time you get to like November, December, it's like you have your choice of different partners, and you don't need to make any decisions right now. But I'm going to go ahead and pull a card anyway. So hang on.
You literally just made my day, but I'll tell you why after.
While you're pulling, oh, look at that. Go ahead.
So the card is clear communication, and it's a very mystical card. Like I'm drawn to the silhouette of this, right? It looks like a ribbon almost, and the message underneath says speaking your truth brings you closer to what you want. So it's totally okay, like if you meet somebody and just say, right now I don't have the bandwidth to commit to a full relationship with you, but I'm really fascinated by this connection and I want to see where it goes and I want to get to know you as a person. But my priority right now is building my business. Are you okay with that? Like that level of transparency.
Yeah.
And then it's like it opens space up for that person to be as transparent with you. And whoever you end up with, like for the long haul, I see they're going to be kind of like unconventional. So it's not going to look the way you think. And like the boxes that you may fear you're going to be put in, like don't actually apply. So
I love that.
This is so good. Okay.
This is
Okay.
so good.
And it's funny, like, and this is a little bit about the deck too. Each of these cards were actually hand painted on canvas. So they are not graphics. They are not AI. They were the artist is a mom out of Canada. And
Aw.
and when she did this one, this card specifically, she said it's about radiating from your soul. And it's about knowing that whoever you're with, right? Like we have an opportunity to be authentic and show ourselves and see a situation from a higher level or kind of give in to like the petty, like ego drama. And so that's why she created it like this. It was like, no, like this is everybody and all of us.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
Christine.
Yes, I'm excited. I want to say really quick. Country Corners Gazette did ask for the general reading, so we'll do that right after me. And then Charles asked if he could possibly get a reading on his job path, and yes, you may. We're going to get to you as well. So we'll just do a quick thing for me. Now,
sounds great.
We all know that I'm on this path for my career. I started a new business and my production, that's very important to me, but also my love life is very important because I'm very up in the air of where I'm going in a year and what's going to happen to me. And I've just been trusting that the universe is going to bring to me what it needs, but Diana's going to tell me a little bit better.
Yes. Okay. So are we looking at, just to be specific, are we looking at love life or are we looking at business or where you're going to move or what's most important right now?
I don't know because they all feel like
they're connected
together. I feel like the business and where I'm moving and my love life is really going to be around it's the first time in my life I've ever felt like all of it is tied. I've always felt like it's all separate. Now all of a sudden it feels like too connected and I'm a little freaked out.
Strong ties. Can't make this shit up.
No, you did.
Okay. So we're reading all three at once.
Yes.
But what I get is actually if you can put more focus on like the place that really feeds your soul and helps you feel rooted, then it's like it all comes from there. The business will be fine. The business is the green, like it's going to be in the green. You're going to make money, but like once you're grounded and rooted in the place that makes your heart sing, and then love is like kind of a natural extension of that. But if you look at the tree, right, like the money and the love, those are the leaves. They're not the roots. They're not even the trunk. So if we think of this as a metaphor for you, right? Like, of course you're going to have the leaves. Of course you're going to have money. Of course you're going to have love in your life. Like that's not even a question. The tree doesn't question if it's going to have leaves. But it can't have that, right? Without strong roots. So for the business, you need to build your foundation. You need to see what's working. For the love life, you need to cut off any roots that are from the past that you've been kind of like, well, maybe if I water you a little bit, like, no, you need to yank that shit out. You cannot have one foot in the door and the other one that's like, well, maybe.
Right? Okay.
I love it. Do you have an idea, Christine? Have you thought like where you would want to be?
Yeah, I've been thinking very strongly about Gulfport, Mississippi,
Oh yeah, you
because
did
I
say
have family down there and I love the South, and being close to New Orleans would make me very happy. I've also contemplated Costa Rica
Oh,
because
wow.
being
that.
in Costa Rica and doing that kind of lifestyle would make me happy. And I've also been really tossing around Italy, getting a place in Italy
Me
and
too.
being down there. Yes, near you,
Love
Country
Italy.
Quarters. Yeah. So I'm really kind of just not sure where yet and see. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Amazing. Well,
yeah.
anywhere that you choose, it's like if you ask that question when you're looking at places or even like looking at pictures of the
Mm,
place, like, is this how I want to feel? Like,
yeah.
does this contribute to the desired feelings that I want? And then you'll get closer and closer
Okay.
to deciding. And it could be that it's all of them. Like maybe you don't necessarily just root in one place, but I do see you picking one place as like a home base
Home
and then
base.
maybe having satellite places.
You just what the I just was talking about like a day or two ago, doing like 3 or 4 months in one place, 3 or 4 months in another, three
Yeah.
or four in another, and then maybe randomly like a month in New York or Europe, somewhere else in Europe, and just that's the lifestyle I want.
Yeah, like almost where you go visit friends for like a specific period that you haven't seen or a place you've never been. But you
Mhm.
need that anchoring too. So it's like have the places, decide when you're going to go, and then be flexible within that plan.
I love it. All right. So, yes, by you guys, Country Corners. So, Country Corners wanted to have just a general card pool for that.
Oh, sure. Okay, so Country Corners.
I'm not sure who it is at Country Corners, but
That's okay. I'm just looking at the image that's on the screen. So, oh, love it. Water under the bridge. Isn't that a beautiful card? So it says it's never too late for a fresh start. So the message here, I don't know. I feel like there's something that you may need to forgive yourself for. Could be that something didn't pan out the way you thought, or again, like kind of tying into somebody else's reading, like maybe there was an opportunity that looking back, you're like, man, I should have taken that. Like giving yourself the clean slate to say, you know what? It happened the way it was supposed to. I get to start over, and giving yourself the chance to just begin again. And that's going to just like open up your whole energy.
oh my gosh, that's a great
That's a
card.
good card. Yeah.
I
that's
hope that resonated. Please let us know if that resonated at all to the person who's
who
asking
wanted the
that.
reading.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's do Charles. Charles is asking, is it possible? Oh, he wants to know about his job path.
Okay.
How do we phrase that? I'm not sure.
No, that's fine. Yeah, like
Okay.
what do we
Okay.
need to know about, or what does Charles need to know about his job path?
Okay.
Let's see. All right, again, like Jay does, I don't really need to shuffle for this one. So I feel like you're really you're at a crossroads. You have a lot of skills and you know that you could keep going on the same path and like have the steady income, like predictable path, but there's a part of your soul that may be itching to try something new.
Mhm.
And so let's pull a card and see what's going on for that. Oh, this card's so special to me. I made one request, you guys, of the artist. Said, I'm going to let you do your thing, but please feature my 2 dogs in one card. And this was it.
Oh.
They're right outside my door. I kicked them out, but this is Bella, the little one, and then Kino. And the card says, fresh air. New insights come when you get out of your comfort zone.
Mm.
So that kind of aligns to what I just said. If there's something that you've been like really thinking about doing, but haven't taken any action because of, fear, or like, what if this isn't going to be stable? Like, just take a baby step. For your energy, it feels like baby steps make more sense than just like quit your job today and like start a new path. For other people, that's the way their energy is. But for you, just give yourself the possibility of something new and try it. See how you like it. You may be surprised. But there's something coming because the rainbow's in the background. So if you've had some job insecurity or instability, then like know that the rainbow's coming.
I love that. I was writing down separately how to get your oracle cards because I have 2 sets, but I haven't done it yet. So we're going to do Misty. Misty says, "Can I get a reading on my marriage sexual goings?" Misty asked a lot of questions about situations with her marriage and the sexuality and what's happening. So if you could do something for her on that, that would be great.
Yeah. So what does Misty need to know around her marriage and sexual area of sexual intimacy?
Yeah.
Is that the right way to say it? Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Again, don't need to shovel. But so Misty, you need to own your inner freak. And maybe I'm also hearing for your husband. Like this is about like owning like the weird parts of you and like your desires and not thinking they're bad or that you're going to be like shamed for them, but like really just embracing it and saying, you know what? Yes, I really want whatever it is. Even if you don't know if your husband's going to be up for it, but just like saying, this is what I want. There's a lot of power in that. And I feel like that'll bring your heart a lot of joy to just say it. And then the card I got is here and now. And it says being present is your superpower. So part of what could support your marriage and intimacy right now is literally, I forgot what the term is when you like sit across from your partner and you just like gaze in their eyes, like, so no talking, but just like gazing, and it can be very uncomfortable, right? But I see that starting your bedroom fun with a little bit of just eye contact. Yes. And then moving into like sharing your sexual fantasies and play, will be a springboard for a lot of fun things later on, because oftentimes we put pressure on our partner or pressure on ourselves, right? Like that we don't realize. So deep eye connection can help here. Thank you for asking.
I will say that for Misty, we did a show where we talked about when 2 people sit in front of each other and start gazing at each other, they start breathing together. And as they connect and as they breathe, their heartbeats after a certain time start beating together. And it forms this like a little bit deeper connection than just going in and going, oh baby, you're just going to kiss on you and just going to have some sex. It allows a little bit more deeper connection. And I think that is really, really important in a bonding, emotional tie relationship.
Yes. And it's very vulnerable too, right? So like you may find even just like 10 seconds of that, you want to look away and you're like, ooh, that's so interesting. But if you can stay with it and stay with the feelings that come up, it doesn't really matter like what comes after that. It's like, oh, we shared a moment. That's really cool.
I love that. Let us know if that resonates for you. And Mickey, I was just going to pull Mickey up. Mickey says, this is a fun show. Yes, it is. Thank you, Mickey. We love having you every week. Could I ask if this is going to be an exciting weekend for me? Why the hell not? Let's see it. What kind of exciting, though?
Let's see. I know, right? All right. What do we need to know about, or what does Mickey need to know about the weekend?
Yes.
Ooh, look at this card. Trust.
Trust.
It says your intuition is always right. So, like, I see this a couple ways for you for the weekend. It's literally like, have you been a shut-in? Have you been just in your house watching Netflix? This might be an invitation to unlock that pattern, right? And go outside and do something different. Let the light in. And then if we take it a little bit metaphorically too, like where do you need to trust the nudges that you're getting? Maybe there's a gallery you want to see or like a new restaurant you want to try. Can you trust that those nudges are not, they're not nothing? Like you get to create your weekend. What would just make your heart sing when you look back? Let's say it's Monday and you're like, oh my God, I did that. What is that thing? And just, again, taking a baby step towards it and getting clear on how you want to feel over the weekend. And then it's like, whatever comes is going to inform that feeling.
I love that.
It's very good.
Country Corner said that it does resonate. Thank you. I love that. Charles says that is correct.
Good.
Okay. Well, Charles, you'll have to let us know if you're changing jobs or trying to like figure out a new career path or what you wind up doing. Please, please, please keep us posted. Misty says, I will try that. Thank you for the ideas.
Good.
Charles just got let go from work and he's wondering. So hopefully, Charles, if you have something in mind, maybe start to resonate with what Diana has said and,
try something new.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there's something you were thinking about trying or wanting to do.
And, on that subject, like for anybody watching or listening that you feel like certain doors are closing kind of out of your control, I always say, like, when things happen like that, the universe is actually protecting you. Mm-hmm. So it could be that you learned everything you needed to learn on that job and it was actually stagnating you. And there's something that, you're going to grow into and learn, but it hasn't yet appeared.
I got that. You know what's funny is that when you were saying that, my literal thought for you, Charles, he just said, my head is spinning after the let go. I got a message to tell you the universe hurts us to help us. Maybe like Diana was saying, you're in a place that you had gone as far as you could in that path. Mm-hmm. And it was time to move on. And you were never going to do so without the nudge.
Exactly.
And so maybe it's time to do what you've always wanted to do or change up things to move in a different direction, or maybe a better job is coming up. But it's about being proactive, not just sitting back and still spinning or reeling. It's about being proactive and really sit down and think about what's your next step. And then Diana is here to guide you. If you want to reach out to her,
yes,
you can also reach out to her.
Absolutely. We can book a reading. Anybody listening, if you want to book a private session with me, this is a good time to talk about that. So if anybody would like to buy an Oracle deck, it actually comes with a special course on how to teach you how to give yourself a reading. And it also comes with a discounted offer to work with me one-on-one. So check out that link for sure if you're interested at all.
Charles says thank you. Mickey said this weekend I may enjoy the company of a new partner.
Ooh.
We got to hear about that, Mickey. You got to tell us next Thursday. I'm not kidding. Or email us. We have a little bit more time. I wanted to ask you something I read my own readings a lot, and I also use a pendulum. Yeah, there you go. I got one myself. I do happen to ask it, and sometimes I wonder if I try to separate my hopes and dreams and thoughts a little bit from it to get a more accurate reading, but it's hard. I have been back in May. I got a message from my brother / friend George saying that I got funding for my doc and that it would be a couple of months, but the money would be here. Trust. Well, I have been trusting and I have been waiting and I feel kind of I'm trying not to freak out. So is there anything that maybe the cards could say that could give me a little bit of direct, idea of when that could possibly be happening? Is that an option?
So one thing that comes up, and this is for anybody, like if you feel in any way that you're kind of attaching to the outcome, it's like, well, when, like, and there's that energy. Get an empty tissue box or like a separate like bowl or something, and write on the Post-it whatever it is. So in this case, the funding for blah blah blah, and then literally just say like, I now surrender this. I surrender the timing of it and the how to you completely. And I trust that the money is going to come either from this channel or another channel that I can't yet see. And then drop it in the box. I call it the worry box, because it's like we can kind of fixate on the timing of things.
But then do you
throw the box away? What do you do with the box? You just
No, so I just keep my box. Actually, let me show it to you. It's right here. Give me one second.
Don't you love Diana?
I do. I love her so much.
Me too. We're just talking about you. Oh, what does it say? It says
releasing worries and surrendering to spirit box. So I'll literally, like, whenever I find myself obsessing, I'll just write down whatever the obsession is and then fold it up and throw it in here. And if I want to worry about it again, I have to go digging, and there's a lot of shit in here. So it's like it's in the box, it's handled, and then
you release the thought.
Yeah, and then at the end of the month or end of the week,
yeah,
then you can actually look through these and see how many things got resolved already.
Right.
Nice. So that's a tip.
Anastasia asked, is it okay to do your own readings? I mean, we want to ask you, but I do my own readings and I have been doing it for years.
Absolutely okay. And like I said, this one comes with a specific like series of videos to teach you how to do it correctly and how to clear your deck. Because I think the biggest thing when people do their own readings is like, how do I get out of my own way? Like, how do I be objective about it? So I teach you how to do that if you end up getting the deck. So yeah, it's okay to do your own readings, but before you do your own readings, is make sure that you're grounded. So if you're in a freak out state of mind, like take a couple of deep breaths, get some water, go for a walk, and then sit down and pull the card or whatever it is.
What did your box say again? Because I'm writing it down. I'm going to create my box. Yeah. It says releasing
worries and surrendering to spirit. Bowl.
Box or bowl.
Box. Just kidding. Christine, send the text to me because I'm not near my phone and I know I'll forget what it says.
Okay. I already forgot. That's why I had to ask her.
That's why you send it to me. Diana, do you do, as far as your readings go?
Yeah.
I know people can book you for a one-on-one, but do you do like monthly sessions, like yearly sessions? Can you just tell people a little bit about that specifically? And I know your stuff is on the side so that they can find you. I've been saying that I need to work with you, and I am so sorry. I say that every time that, I'm going to reach out to you, and I haven't done it, but you literally just touched on so much just now. So I promise I will.
Yeah, no, I'd love to. So I do spiritual coaching in like 3 and 6 month periods. And if you're interested in that, just send me an email or a message on my website, and then I can tell you more about that. And then if you like groups, like if you want to gather with a bunch of like-minded souls, I actually have a monthly membership called the Goddess Circle Collective. And we meet every like new moon week. So usually like the first or second Tuesday. And I do readings for everyone in the group. I pick a different topic on empowerment. Like actually this Tuesday was our July call, and we looked at aligning to your life purpose using numerology.
I love that.
There's definite ways to work with me. Just send me a message.
Yeah, I was going to say, send her a message on her website. What I tend to do, numbers are very valuable and very important to me in my life. Numbers are really important. And when I'm questioning or wondering, I always get a freaking angel number. And as
Oh.
you were saying this stuff to me about the box and about my reading, I saw 444.
Oh,
And
I love
I thought,
that.
wait a minute, because sometimes I'll see the same numbers and I'll get different messages. It's very weird. But 444 conveys a powerful message of love, support, and guidance from your angels. It serves as a reminder that you are on the right path and that your angels are by your side, offering their unwavering support for stability, security, and strong foundation. And
Love that.
strong foundation with the tree.
Oh my God, that's so
Oh,
perfect.
good.
So pay attention to numbers, people, because numbers really, if you're seeing a number over and over, like if you're seeing 111, 1111, I see a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, which
Mhm.
is a growth pattern.
Mm.
And each time when I'm thinking about it and I see the number, I have to think, wait, what was I worrying about? What was I thinking about? Then I go and read it and see, I Google angel number 444 or whatever, and it'll give me a message. And I'm telling you, each time is different.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. And
Yeah, pretty cool.
numerology is so powerful.
Mhm.
Like just on the call yesterday, we were looking at like, what's your life path? And like, what does it mean when you see repeating numbers? And if you do a reading with me, I actually look at your whole numerology chart too. So I
Mhm.
can tell you, hey, 2024, this is what it's about. This is what this month is
Oh,
about.
I'll have you do my numerology. I'm going to reach
Yeah.
out to you and have you do that because I really love you.
Yeah.
I do want to acknowledge that Anastasia said I needed this show today. Thank you.
Aw.
And my heart grew 500 sizes in my chest when I saw that. So thank you, Anastasia. Mickey says good times. Charles says I'm glad to be here today. Thanks again. Country
Country
Corners Gazette's
Gazette.
glad we're here for this.
Oh.
We have a lot of amazing people that come back and listen to us every week.
Mhm.
It's so special.
We love you. We love them. We love them.
It's
We love
very special. You guys have no idea what you do for us. The lift just, we get excited. Jada and I talk about, when we're here, when we're not. Like last week had to be a pre-recording and we hated it because we didn't get to interact with our amazing, beautiful people who come and support us every week. Without your support, I can't even begin to tell you what it means because we do this show to help other people. And when we help other people, it helps us so much. And I'm a wreck this week. So,
I love you, Christine.
so thank you. It's hot as
Love
fuck in my
you.
house right now. It's California in the 90s. I got emotional. I'm crying. So this is what y'all do. You move me to tears. So
This is life. And so I don't know if we have 1 minute. I wanted to pull a card for everyone that might be kind of lurking or listening later. This is
great.
your universal card, universal message.
please don't
Oh.
please take care and don't cry. I wish.
2 of these fell out. We saw this one before. Water under the bridge. It's
Mhm.
time to forgive yourself. It's time to let that shit go. Whatever that is, this is the time. Not like 10 years from now. It is time to lighten your load. And then the message that comes is chasing fire. Pay attention to what burns your energy.
Whew.
Okay?
Yeah, that's
Good.
You are a powerful light.
Oh, Misty, happy times, don't cry. I rarely cry. I cry when I'm extremely angry or when I'm moved. Like if someone pisses me off and if I start crying, it's bad shit because I'm about to lose my mind. I will cry. Or if someone moves me, I get attached to that beautiful emotion of someone giving a shit. And it makes me happy. So all right. Well, we are like 30 seconds away from being
I know we have to have you back. We have to have you back.
I would love to be
Oh
back.
my God.
Thank you both so much. Thank you all of
love
the
it.
listeners just for supporting the show. And if you enjoyed it, please share it.
Yeah. And, reach out to Diana. She is an angel in disguise. We love you. We really do. I'm sweating
Yeah.
balls here. I don't know if it's tears or sweat. But Diana, honestly, you're a staple for us. We'd love any time you want to come back. I would have your ass back once a month, once a week. I don't give two shits. You are our sister in arms. So please,
Aw.
please come back and see us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
For everyone who listens to the show every week, thank you for your
love
support.
you.
We love you so much. You're all welcome to be part of this show. Jada, I love you. Diana, I love you. Our guests, we love you. Have a great week, and same time, same place next week. And until then, let's keep this fucking shit real.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share with your friends, like and follow us on Instagram at 50 Shades of _bullshit and Facebook at 50 Shades of Bullshit. Thanks so much for listening, and we really hope to see you again next week.